This show was brought to you by our own bonus episode. Click the link in the description to check it out.
What? 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 Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DGB going great, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
Holy shit! Welcome back to the fucking Insufferable Social Media Argument, the podcast. It's me, Digibro, joined by the guy who actually runs the fucking channel.
Hey guys, I'm too pissed to even introduce myself this week. Listen, we got a big old elephant in the room, and I feel like Donald Trump Jr. because I need to poach this motherfucker and hang its trunk up on my wall. I'm so fucking
Donald
pissed.
Trump Jr. kill an elephant?
Dude, it's his most popular picture. Google Trump Jr. elephant. He's like so proud, holding up like the cut off tail. I think he's gonna go like paint a giant portrait with this big old wicker stick that he cut off of that elephant. That's what they're called, right? When you're an artist, you use a wicker stick to put the paint on the painting. Is that what they're called?
What's the baby Trump's name?
Eric.
Eric.
He's hideous.
Sleepy baby.
He's no baby. That's Baron.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I know my Trump mythology pretty well.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know how many fucking kids he has. It always seems like 1,000.
There's probably kids that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
I think over in Russia, he had a child with a prostitute who is like half human, half pea. I think that's what the rumor was.
Isn't that Baron?
Maybe. What are you doing? Are you opening food?
I'm trying, but...
God damn it.
It's being a bitch.
I like how this podcast...
Is this happening?
On the level of professionality, this podcast is about even on your level of eating dinner. Like, okay, any time to eat dinner, I guess I'll do it during the podcast with Mumkey. Afterwards, I'll do something that's actually important.
I promise there's a bit related to this, but it wasn't supposed to be announced via me struggling to open a fucking thing.
Okay, let me tell you why I'm pissed. Because last week, you and I, we collaborated on this together. We both agreed, and it wasn't just me doing it without you knowing. We agreed to start a GoFundMe to send you and I on a trip to North Korea. Do you remember that?
That's okay. Now I know what your rage is about.
Yeah,
I was like, what the? I had literally no idea what the fuck you were building to, but now I remember, and I'm angry too.
Here's
so
the thing.
Angry, I'm gonna take a bite of pudding.
It was a very innocent GoFundMe. It was, two guys who love Asian culture. We wanted to take a vacation to North Korea. We wanted $5,000 for it. Completely reasonable. Yeah. And, immediately after the podcast launched, it was a very successful GoFundMe. We're getting donations in the hundreds and thousands of dollars. In fact, we were about $300 away from the $5,000 goal when, tragedy strikes.
Impressive we got the money that high in the, 1 hour that the GoFundMe was up.
Did you believe it or not? Our fans wanted us to go to North Korea really bad. I can't imagine why. But then suddenly I get this email from GoFundMe, and they say, your GoFundMe has been taken down for a breach of the terms of service on our website. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? It specifically says on this website you can use GoFundMe to fund vacations and trips and things of this nature. What's the deal? Why'd they take it down? And then what's even worse is one of the donators to the GoFundMe was a guy named Champion Lemon Lime who threw in $5. And he posted in a comment on the podcast, "My bank just called to inform me about a shady transaction done with my Visa card." And
what's so shady about trying to help some guys go to North Korea?
Well, what's shady about it, Digi, and this is not a joke, he sent us that money. So the money was in a pool on GoFundMe that we could withdraw at any time. But then they canceled the GoFundMe before we cashed it out. But I've been talking to this guy on Twitter, and he has not gotten a refund. They still have his fucking money.
So GoFundMe most likely used the political unrest of North Korea as a guise to shut down our GoFundMe so they could take all the money and tell us it was our fault.
Yeah, they saw how successful it was and how we have a bunch of loving, supporting fans who want to see us go explore and experience a different culture. And they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to shut this down and we're going to keep the money for ourselves. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think this makes GoFundMe a racist organization. They're clearly very racist against North Koreans.
Obviously don't like North Koreans very much. And frankly, if they haven't given a refund, I would encourage, anyone who donated to contact them on Twitter and other social media and,
I would go further
get into
to
an
say,
insufferable social media argument with them.
I think, and I'm not even kidding, every single person in the comments or every single person listening to this podcast should reach out to GoFundMe and let them know that they can hashtag go fuck yourself. And I would like you to get that started on Facebook, get that started on Twitter, because this was an unnecessary takedown of a very innocent trip to North Korea. And I think GoFundMe, I think after this podcast, we're going to see a few articles in the Wall Street Journal about the shady dealings of this company.
What would we have done if that GoFundMe completed?
We were going to North Korea.
What would we do in North Korea?
They have very organized, concrete tours you can take where you can't put your foot on a place that they don't tell you to, or else you're thrown in prison.
Oh,
yeah.
But they do have tours.
Yes, they do. I don't think you can bring cameras in, so we could have just kept the money and lied. Instead, we went, and we could just say we can't take pictures. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I think we should launch a new GoFundMe for a trip to
It wouldn't
South.
be in line. It really wouldn't be in line with this show to claim that we went and did something and then fabricate an elaborate narrative about what happened while we were there.
Oh,
that
yeah.
just would not be within the character of this show.
No, we would never make something up on this show.
No,
Which
this
is why
very honest.
I think the way to get around this is to start a GoFundMe to go to South with 18 quotations around the word South Korea.
that might work.
In which we go to the southernmost tip of North Korea, but we don't have to specify that.
It was a huge disappointment, and by disappointment I mean relief. When I when I clicked on the GoFundMe link the first time and I went, oh my god, there's already $150 in here.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on it the second time an hour later and it was gone. And I was like, oh, I guess we did something illegal or something. Are we gonna get a call from a government agency about this?
I mean, it doesn't seem... How illegal could it be to go visit another country? So what, they have concentration camps. The best of them do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All
go
the best.
go check out the description for our GoFundMe for a trip to South Korea, and you can hear the quotes in the way I pronounce it.
Oh man.
All right, Digi, let's go to the slow motion suicide. Somebody said we should.
Well, first we gotta address the voting.
No, we can do that after.
Well, we gotta do it first. It's no big deal this month.
What
this
happened?
Week. Well, how often do we do this show?
It's weekly.
Well, it's a perfect tie.
Okay, who got what?
So first of all, with do vaccines cause autism, you won with the phrasing of no, vaccines cause My Little Pony addiction, which causes autism, which obviously just won because of the memes. I think I've proven that making any reference to My Little Pony will inherently make you win, and you just piggybacked on that.
Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna make every answer this week about My Little Pony then? Are you gonna test this theory?
No, I have standards, Mumkey. Yeah,
you brought
I've
in stats this week.
I proved the point a couple weeks ago. I don't need to keep proving it every week.
Okay.
Is anime just for weebs? Yes, Japanese people don't actually like anime. I won that one.
No, Digi, would you agree with all... Because you didn't clarify what you wanted your positions to be in the straw poll. Do you think I cheated, or do you think these are relevant to what you said?
I was okay with them.
Okay.
I read them over and was okay with them.
Okay.
Which Korea is better, North or South? I edged you out with South because of the more beautiful women and their promiscuity. Everybody just wants to fuck a South Korean girl.
That's fair. I was okay with that one.
And did Elliot Rodger do anything wrong? You won by a landslide with yes, he didn't kill enough people.
I mean, I think we proved that to be a fact thanks to this show.
Yeah. Everything. The whoever wins the argument is correct forever.
Right.
On this show. So it's canon. All right, yeah, let's go to slow motion suicide.
Now,
There's
I don't remember who said it
this week.
but somebody said that the slow motion suicide should have some sort of jingle or song that introduces it. What do you think of that?
I just really like the way that the phrase Digibro and Monkey Jones slow motion suicide sounds. So I just say the full thing every time.
Sure.
And then insist on the longevity of the segment and how how it both has and will last forever. But if you want to have a jingle, if you have one prepared or something.
Well, my idea was every time we introduce it, I want to play like 2 seconds of the opening of a Linkin Park song that I just edit in over us talking.
So it'll just be like, everything you, and then it's over.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I'm just gonna throw it in like right here. Hey, there you go. Fantastic. That was the jingle. We can start. We did it.
I've become so.
Yeah, I'll do a different 2 seconds. I'll do a different 2 seconds every week, so then like over the course of a year, we'll hear a whole Linkin Park song.
But it's just one song.
Yeah, it's the same song. Okay. It just takes a year to listen to.
So the first week will just be dun dun, and then the next week, dun, dun,
that's perfect.
Dun, 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 dun. It's gonna be like it's gonna be 6 months before we even hear lyrics.
Perfect. I hope we get copyright stricken for every single episode.
So how are you killing yourself this week, Mubkey?
Oh, man. So I cheated this week. I have actually the opposite to bring in, if that's okay with you. If it doesn't break the rules too much.
A fast motion life? So what did you, take a bunch of supplements? Did you get, a vaccine or something? What happened?
You know, it's a special kind of supplement for your life. I like to call it the Lord Jesus Christ. Now,
God.
Not too long ago, I revealed that I have been a closeted Muslim, and I was very, into my faith as a Muslim. And I know you're really caught up on French politics. Do you know all about the
I am aware of French.
Yeah. So since...
Parlez-vous français?
Sure. Since Le Pen lost the election in France, there's a new law by Macron where all Muslim immigrants get a free pass to the country, and they're allowed to bring any weapons and bombs that they want. So as a Muslim, we were planning to celebrate the Le Pen loss by bombing the shit out of France. But then...
As you do.
We were supposed to do that this morning. But Digi, something happened to me yesterday. I was going to commit suicide this morning. This podcast wouldn't have happened. But then yesterday, before I got on my flight, there's a knock on my door. Can you guess who it was?
Jehovah's Witness?
Close. It was a pair of very clean and kind Mormon boys. And let me tell you, I see these Mormon boys standing there and I think, hey, I seen that musical. These guys are probably some pretty good singers, probably some good dancers, probably got some great little South Park jokes in there. And they start talking to me about the Lord Jesus Christ and how there's like a third book of the Bible about Jesus talking to Native Americans and shit. And I'm like, whoa, Allah and Muhammad, they never talked to Native Americans. I like the Red Man. I like Korn. I like the Washington Redskins. All my favorite things.
The band Korn or the
they're all Native American. That's most people don't know that, but the band Korn is Native American.
You know that our intro song is by the band Korn.
Really?
Yeah, the do ding do ding ding do, or is it the beat is built from a Korn song.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got Native American in our blood. We're like 1/16th Cherokee or something.
Here's the point.
Which means that we can get into those colleges.
For free.
We can probably get some grants.
Yeah, they'll pay us to go there.
Yeah.
Here's the point. I was gonna have a fast motion suicide this morning as a Muslim, but yesterday, after seeing how happy these Mormon people were, after I lived a life of sadness and depression, to see how happy these motherfuckers were, I couldn't help it. I converted to Mormonism, so now I am proud to say Mumkey Jones is a Latter-day Saint.
My God. We're going to have to update the show's wiki.
We need to.
We're going to have to, spread the word. All the lore is going to have to change. Mm-hmm. Half your fandom's going to start, tearing apart their photos of you and, taking pictures of the torn-up pictures and be like, fuck Mumkey, stop being a Muslim.
I'm expecting to see a lot of reaction videos to this news.
Yeah, like there's gonna be like a lot of black guys going, "Oh shit, y'all! I watched the new episode of Insufferable, whatever the fuck that show called, man. That Monkey Jones nigga, man. I thought he was a real nigga. I thought he was a Muslim dude. He was all salam alaikum and shit. But then one day he come in here all like, oh, hello, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and we were like, damn, what the fuck you doing, dog? Talking all that shit. Get the fuck out of here, white boy. I had enough of your shit. God damn.
Yep, keep it going. Keep going.
That's all the video is. It's like 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Wow, that was a generous guess. All right, what's your slow motion suicide? Did you become a Mormon too?
No, I am eating pudding at the moment.
Okay. Oh, it all comes back. We know what the point of the earlier segment was.
I've got a thing of banana pudding.
Okay.
As you can hear here, I'll eat some.
Yeah, we can hear.
I'll eat some for the microphone.
Oh, thank God. I didn't believe you until you started eating it really close to the mic, and now I know you really have it.
Yeah.
This is worse than when we were drinking our beers really close to the mic.
That's it.
So banana pudding is killing you? Is that the idea?
I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play another 2 seconds of Linkin Park. And
oh, so it's an intro and an outro?
Yeah, but it's the same 2 seconds in each episode.
Okay.
All right, should we move on to the big debates, the big arguments this week?
Let's go ahead. I planned at least one of these this week.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, listen up, because here's one that I planned. After getting cucked, you and I both got cucked by GoFundMe. A question appeared in my mind. Debate number 1. Are corporations people?
Well, since you planned, I don't want to ruin your plan, so you can go ahead.
Yeah, of course they're fucking people, and GoFundMe is a huge racist. They told us we aren't allowed to go to North Korea just because they don't like North Koreans. Are you fucking kidding me? A corporation can't make that decision. It has to be people. Of course the corporation is a person, and GoFundMe specifically, hashtag go fuck yourself, hashtag at GoFundMe. Everybody, I want you fucking tweeting this, hashtagging this shit. GoFundMe, go fuck yourself. Hashtag GoFundMe is racist. Hashtag Digibro has long foreskin. That's it. There you go. I proved that they're people.
So corporations are people because GoFundMe is racist.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
I mean, I agree that corporations are people, but I'm not sure about your logic here.
Okay.
I think corporations are people because they should all be killed.
Okay, why do you think all corporations should be killed? That seems to imply that all corporations are bad. Only GoFundMe is bad. They're the racist ones.
No, corporations are inherently evil.
Okay, how do you prove that?
Okay, so as a person, you're an individual. You have your own thoughts and ideas, your own creativity, if you're, smart. You've got your own existence. You're your own man. But a corporation is where they take a bunch of people and they just turn it into one big guy. A corporation's like the opposite of a libertarian government. It's just like a big guy,
for you,
who has one big corporate identity.
For you,
So everybody within it just becomes the corporation. And it means that we're basically reducing the population of the earth in terms of ideas. There's fewer ideas out there because there's fewer individuals. Now it's just a bunch, like, within a certain amount of time, everyone's going to end up working for a corporation and getting assimilated into that corporation's identity. And then there's basically going to be like 10 people on earth. Everybody's just going to be either Coca-Cola or Disney or fucking... and even the people who don't work for them directly get absorbed into the identity. There are people who shape their identity around a company, like Disney fans, who just, all they care about is Disney, and they completely becomes who they are. And so now they just are a part of this bigger entity called a corporation. And I think it's going to ruin the world by reducing the level of ideological diversity that we have.
I think you don't understand what a human being is. Human beings the thing that separates us from the animals, Digi, and I would know as half monkey, half human, what separates human beings from animals is our ability to socialize and have things in common and to share those things. So for everybody to become en masse some sort of corporation because, oh, I like Disney, you like Disney, I guess now we can relate. I like scat porn, you like scat porn, I guess we're part of the scat porn corporation. You like MLP, I like jerking off alone in the closet, I guess we'll become, our own little corporation. It's part of human beings to want to communicate and to share things that they enjoy. So I think the corporation is a beautiful thing, except for when they're fucking racist!
Monkey, I appreciate your idea here, but it's not that humans all want to be the same. It's that we can communicate our differences that makes us special. That we understand when a couple of wild animals see each other in the forest, all they know is like, this motherfucker wants to eat my food. He needs to get away. I don't know this guy. I don't know this dude. But as humans, we can talk to each other and be like, hey, are you trying to eat my food? And you're like, nah, man, I'm just here to have a fucking drink, and you're like,
no, because
sweet,
corporations
same,
are always in battle.
Along.
Corporations, because of this stupid thing called capitalism, communism, corporations are always in battle. So people from different corporations go to battle just like those wild wolves trying to eat each other's food. Only instead of food, we're trying to make money with the corporations, which is used to buy food, buy My Little Pony plushes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that it's the reductionism, because as corporations, we have fewer and fewer unique perspectives, so we're not used to seeing unique perspectives. We get assimilated into one system, and we start believing everything, like everyone we're surrounded with, we end up in a culture bubble, Like we're only seeing opinions of people who are already a part of the same corporate identity that we have. So like, you go on the internet, let's say, and you're like, oh, I'm a Disney person, so you go on Tumblr and you just follow other people who post Disney, and then if those people start all having the same ideas, you end up having the same ideas, and then you become so in tune with this corporate identity that the second you see something different, you're like, what's that? I don't understand. They need to die. They're not me. They don't know the world. I know the world. And that's why corporations are causing these violence problems. If we were all individuals, we would be more accustomed to understanding individuality.
No, because corporations create organization. If everybody was this individual, if we didn't group and lump people together to share their ideas, then we'd have absolute chaos, absolute anarchy. If everybody is out there with their individual ideas and they're all different and they're all trying to share with each other and fight with each other on an individual level, there'd be mass chaos in the streets, bloodshed everywhere. Walter White, he said that there is gold in the streets. He's fucking wrong. There's dead bodies, dead cats, horses, dogs. Everybody's fucking dying because everybody's fighting for themselves. We need organization and we need corporations to teach us that we can work together as a team. Teamwork. Did you ever see the Avengers? They won because they worked as a team.
But they won because they were all diverse individuals who also have their, like...
Part of the Avengers Corporation, you stupid fuck.
They all split up and went to go do other shit, too, though.
And those movies sucked. Iron Man 2 was shit. Thor 2 was shit.
Whoa, hey.
Fuck
Iron
you.
Man 2's alright.
No, fuck off.
Iron Man 3's great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I like Iron Man 2. It's alright.
You know what? It might be in the bottom 5 Marvel movies, but all the Marvel movies are okay.
God damn it, you distracted me so... Oh, yeah, what I was gonna say, Monkey, you're off base. Nobody would be dying in the streets, because we wouldn't have streets in our perfect libertarian society.
That's not what we're discussing.
Well, I'm saying that corporations are the opposite of libertarians. Libertarians about the smallest possible government, the government of me. Me being myself, an individual in the world, and, taking care of myself, fending for myself, communicating with others, and understanding, where the boundaries lie. A corporation is one big person. Like, we literally fuse everybody into one giant man. It's the biggest government of them all. And it's all about, being a part of the entity. Forget about who you are. Just become a part of the greater entity. And that's why we end up with stuff like roads, which are bullshit.
Yeah, but Digi, so your argument here is that being an individual makes it easier for you as an individual to succeed?
Yeah.
Well, the corporation's doing that for you. Instead of having 1,000 different ideas, they lump everybody together so that there's only 5 ideas, so it's easier to compete. Digi, if all 1,000 anime connoisseurs out there were doing it individually, you'd have way too much competition. Your Patreon would be like $18, but thanks to corporations reducing ideas and conglomerating them, there's only like 5 unique ideas, and you get to be one of them. You get a bigger cut of the heap, baby. You don't gotta share it with 100 million different people who are all individuals.
where you're wrong is that if I am an individual and I'm in competition with everybody, all I have to do is be better than everyone, and I make the most money.
Yeah, but it's too much competition.
The case.
It's too much competition. It's not observably the case because we're living in a corporation world. You don't know if everybody was free from the corporation's shackles. You don't know if you'd still be the best because you'd have too much competition from all these free thinkers.
What corporation are you a part of, Monkey?
I'm part of the Anime Analysis Corporation that you started.
Okay.
And
That's
we're both
fair.
people, so that proves corporations are people, and that GoFundMe is racist.
Well, look, I think we can all agree that GoFundMe is racist.
Yeah, go vote for me.
And we can all agree that GoFundMe, that corporations are people.
Yeah.
So we might need to change the nature of the voting on this one to not be whether or not corporations are people.
No, it's too late. You brought in the wrong argument. It's too late. We just have to go with it.
How are we going to write these down on the polls?
So for mine, it'll say corporations are people because GoFundMe is racist, and Digi will say corporations are people because
they all need to
libertarianism is good. Is that what you're saying?
We'll go with corporations are people because they all need to die.
Okay, that works. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Should we move on?
Just like people.
We need to move on. I'm so sick of this.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Oh, speaking of good or evil, we got another one just like that. This one comes from CJ Miller in the comments, who wants to know, technology, good or evil?
How come we only ever seem to have like one or two fan-suggested things? Like, does nobody suggest topics?
Or almost nobody does. I don't know why.
Guys, you know that like the premise of this show originally was that we would always bring in fan topics, and no one suggests.
You guys are letting us down.
Yeah, come on, bring in more shit.
Well, what do you think, Digi? Is technology good or evil?
Oh man, I think technology. Well, it's obviously good.
Okay.
Because if not for technology, we wouldn't have the Insufferable social media argument, the podcast.
But that podcast is evil. They tried to steal people's 99 cents one time. It doesn't get more evil than that.
That podcast, Monkey, made each of us an amount of money that I'm not aware of because I haven't been paid any of it yet.
Yeah, greed is evil.
Yeah. How much? What do you owe me?
I don't know. They haven't fucking paid it yet. They pay it once per month.
Oh, it would probably be on the 22nd.
Yeah, I don't have it yet. Mm-hmm. You're gonna come up to me with like a metal baseball bat. Where's my money? Where's my fucking money, monkey? You're like banging through my house, destroying all my shit. No. Okay, so technology is good because it made you money off of these sheeple in the audience?
Yeah, if it weren't for technology, where would I be? Literally where? I would probably be living some kind of like fulfilling life with a wife and kid in the mountainside.
Let's not get too crazy here. Let's stay within the realm of nonfiction.
Well, what do you think? Do you like technology?
I like technology, but it's evil.
Are you a
technophile?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a funny way to say that. a CPU humper? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Like a tree hugger?
Yeah,
like a CPU hugger, I guess.
Do you fuck androids? Do you fuck robots? Do you want to stick your dick in an electrical socket? Because I do.
Yeah, well, I think we've heard about that one. Guys, technology is evil. Let's get this straight. Think about what life was like before you found out, watching TV one day, you turn it on, you see Digimon, you see Pokemon, you see Yu-Gi-Oh, you see My Little Pony, all these Japanese animes.
Great shows.
But technology brought them to us, and they deteriorated the value of our lives. Like Digi was saying, if it wasn't for technology, he would live a fulfilling life. He probably wouldn't even want to kill himself. He wouldn't feel sad. He wouldn't feel pain. He could just sit there with his hot wife, pull out the condoms, put 2 of them on at a time, because you got to do it for that phimosis dick, and you just fuck the shit out of that bitch, and then you go, read a book or something. Technology has deteriorated our lives. Have you ever tried to watch a movie with other people? Those fuckers are glued to their phones. They won't look up from their phones for a minute. I want to show my good friend Lightning Long Johnson Interstellar because he's never seen it before. Thank God for technology to give me Interstellar. But then the evil technology of his phone ruins the movie. He's sitting there scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Discord.
You sounded pretty indecisive here, Monkey. It sounds like everything you like is technology.
No, it's evil. I can enjoy something that's evil. I like Merrick Ishtar, the most evil anime villain of all time. I can enjoy something that's bad and evil, but that doesn't make it unevil, if that's even a word. So this idea that we're also addicted and absorbed to this disgusting technology is what makes it truly evil. If something only exists to steal your time and money, can you say that it's a good thing?
You really like Merrick more than Kaiba?
Kaiba's not evil. He's the Vegeta of that show. He's like the anti-hero.
But Kaiba murdered people to get playing cards.
Yeah. Anti-hero.
I don't know.
In a world where duel monsters is the most important thing, you do what you can to get those cards.
Did Kaiba ever really become a good guy?
Yeah, dude.
Like, in what capacity?
After the Battle City tournament, like, he was still mean to Yugi and friends, but he, like, helped them out and, did shit for him.
Is he a good guy just because he, was uniting against the common enemy?
Yeah, it's called anti-hero.
I don't know.
Or is it anti-hero?
But I never saw past Battle City.
Well, you're missing out. It only gets better.
I saw some of the weird video game shit, but I never made it past very far into that. Anyway... it
what?
Sounds...
I'm going to write this down. Next week, we're going to argue, is Seto Kaiba evil?
I'm going to have to really brush up on my Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we're doing it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if 80% of the audience doesn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. We're doing it. I just wrote it down. We can't delete it. This notepad application on my computer, you can't delete.
I have passion about Seto Kaiba.
Good.
Seto Kaiba has been important to me since my childhood,
Did you try to convince your parents to buy you Seto Kaiba's jacket so you could wear it around at school?
No, but I if such a thing had existed, I certainly would have.
It did exist, and I tried to make my mom buy it for me.
Where did you find such a thing?
It was like on eBay or Amazon or some shit. I don't know.
See,
they had Seto Kaiba costumes back then. It was big shit.
This is evidence of you being younger than me. I didn't. eBay was not a. When I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2002, I didn't know what the fuck eBay was at the time. Well, never mind. Why are we getting into this? Technology is great. Technology is allowing us to have a conversation about Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. I haven't enjoyed.
I would rather have
this
conversation in person. If we could do this in person, it would be much better. I could see how beautiful you look today. I could see if you've trimmed your beard. I could reach out and touch you.
But we wouldn't be able to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Wouldn't exist.
We could talk about our hot wives that were fucking with double-bagged condoms.
Okay, first of all, to clarify, condoms are technology. To clarify, technology, by definition, is anything that humans have created. The hammer is technology.
No,
if you take two things, I learned about this in technology class in the 7th grade.
Okay.
They said the first human technology was the wheel. That was technology.
The wheel is evil as shit.
What did the wheel ever do to you?
It drove me to Bojangles, which gave me diarrhea.
What about the Wheel of Fortune?
Terrible show. Pat Sajak is a misogynistic asshole. Vanna White, when are we going to move Wheel of Fortune?
Why is Pat Sajak a misogynistic asshole?
When are we going to move to the 21st century with these game shows? Vanna White, a very talented, strong, independent woman, her only job is to walk on a stage in a dress and push letters? That's bullshit. Wheel of Fortune is technology, further evidence that it's evil.
Vanna White is a national treasure. That woman's like 70 years old and she still looks like she's like
we should
40.
treat her with respect and give her a different job other than pushing lighted up buttons. Like, technology is just subjugating women to these stupid
job than that.
Now you're assuming that she wants a shitty job. I bet your assumption is technology too.
What's shitty about getting paid millions of dollars to touch a screen?
Because she has a lot more potential than that, Digi. And I think
what?
You need to put your misogynistic comments in your pocket.
What would you rather? Hold on, Monkey. If I offered you a job where I said, hey, I'm going to pay you millions of dollars to touch this screen, would you not be like, oh, I'm set for the rest of my life?
No, I wouldn't do it because the screen is technology and technology is evil. I would never make money off of technology. That's why I'm giving you all of the bonus episode money because it's dirty money.
What about all your Patreon money? Am I getting that too?
I'm donating that to charity.
So how are you subsisting? What are you going to do?
You know what?
You need the technology of money to make it in today's world.
No, technology.
It's hard to make it anywhere
money is
technology.
Not technology. We could use rocks as money if we needed to. That's bullshit.
That's true, but we don't. So how are you going to live?
Yes, we do. Every dollar you have represents gold that you can go get from the bank any day. Our money is literally rocks represented by paper. Yeah, just go to the treasury and say, hey, here's $1. Give me a little gold coin. They'll fucking do it. They'll do it.
Wouldn't it be like a tiny shaving of gold?
Yeah, our money is little
particle?
tiny rock shavings of gold.
Lumpy,
Technology is evil.
I think if you know what? I know why you're in so support of this, because you're half monkey. Because you can imagine what it's like to, like, you think, when you imagine people with no technology at all, in loincloths, swinging from trees,
Paradise.
making out with Jane, you're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But for us full people, that vision is a nightmare world. We've done, why do you think we have all this technology? We've been trying to run away from that. We sat around like that for hundreds of thousands of years as we evolved from monkeys, going like, increasingly, man, being a monkey sure sucks. I really hope we can become humans at some point. I really hope we can make up some bullshit technology that'll make us distinct from all the other animals, and then they'll all treat us differently. I just don't want to be a fucking animal. Alright, all I want is to not be comparable to all these fucking flea-bitten pieces of shit all over this planet. I want to be a human, god damn it. And so we invented the wheel, and everybody respected us from then on out.
Do you want to hear why the caveman life with no technology was better than present day life?
Why?
You know what
Rape?
problem the caveman never faced?
Women talking back to them.
GoFundMe never deleted their account.
They didn't delete your account, did they?
They deleted my fucking GoFundMe. GoFundMe is technology. They deleted it because they're racist. That proves that they're evil.
I think what if the GoFundMe had been successful?
Then technology would be good.
So technology became evil the moment our GoFundMe got deleted.
All of my answers this week are about this fucking GoFundMe. It really pissed me off.
Noticed. Well, I guess we'll have to leave this up to the vote.
Yeah.
I don't know how your odds are going to be on this one. In a world where literally everyone who watches the show is necessarily deeply invested in technology.
Mm-hmm. You can like things that are evil, you know, Merrick Ishtar, half of Sedokaiba. What's the third debate tonight, Digi? We need to move on.
Our third debate is, do Black Lives Matter?
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a good one.
I know what my stance on this one is, Monkey.
Okay, well, let's hear it, because I need to do some research.
Black lives don't matter.
Oh, shit.
And here's why.
Okay.
You see, black culture is one of the most important cultural forces in America.
In what way? I don't believe you.
It's had the biggest impact on the trajectory of how things have been going. That black people created blues, which was the forefather of rock music. They created R&B, forefather of all modern pop, rap. Now rap is a mainstream genre.
Okay, it sounds like you're arguing why they do matter.
We'll get to this, Mumkey. You gotta don't jump ahead of me now.
Okay.
So black people, you know, racist stereotypes have become hilarious. It's all comedy basically comes from the idea that there's people who are different. So here's the thing. All that black culture is so important. It's enriched all of our lives. But what is the subject of all of it? The hardship faced by the blacks. All of their music, all of their movies, everything is about the negative experience of being black. It's about how America treats black people like they don't matter. It's about how we've tortured them. It's about how we've, put them down over all the years. So, if Black Lives mattered, we would not have gotten any of this amazing art that has shaped pop culture today.
Okay.
Ergo,
yeah.
Black lives don't matter, because if they did, then we would lose black culture.
So black lives don't matter because all of their art is about how they do matter?
All of their art is about how they are treated like they don't matter.
But they actually do.
If we treated them like they did matter, then they would not create all this art, which would in turn make them, we would lose out on all of our modern culture.
Okay, so it sounds like you're giving an argument for why you don't want them to matter, but not if they actually do or not.
Well, I think that to say that black lives do matter would be to run counter to their entire culture. like, if we say Black Lives Matter, we're basically spitting in the face of everything black people have ever told us about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what worse form of cultural, like, you know, cultural ignorance would there be than to, like, go, like, imagine you're talking to, like, if I told you, Monkey, like, you know, that all anime is shit, and therefore you'd be like, well, but I built my whole career on the idea that anime is good, so you'd be insulted. But if I tell a black guy, like, Black Lives Matter, it's like, I built my whole, you know, everything I talk about, everything that's inspired me over the years has been the supposition that black lives don't matter. So it's a massive insult to any rapper or any artist of black culture to tell them that Black Lives Matter.
Okay. You know what? I hear what you're saying, but I don't fully buy it. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why black lives do matter, Digi. Do you know about the magical number 3/5?
I do. I'm aware.
So back in the day, it was proven that black lives are not equal to white lives, because when it came to voting, black people only got 3/5 of a vote compared to white people.
Right.
But these days, you know, Digi, before Donald Trump, do you remember who the president was?
Bill Clinton.
And what race is Bill Clinton, Digi?
White.
African American. How do you think he got elected?
Arguably.
How do you think Bill Clinton got elected? It was that black vote. If the black lives didn't matter, Bill Clinton never could have won that election, but he did, because the Black Lives Matter. They got more than that 3/5 vote, baby. They got 1/1. 1 divided by 1 equals 1. You know, whether you like it or not, legally, as far as voting is concerned, black lives do matter because they can win entire elections with their 8% population.
Are you saying 8%?
I don't fucking know.
I thought they were like 18, 20%.
Well, thank God it's going up.
So are you saying that they are not 3/5 of people, or that they are? I got lost in the shuffle.
They used to be. So their lives didn't used to matter, but now in the present day they do, because they elected the first black president, Bill Clinton.
I mean, that's impressive, but I mean, would they have elected him if not for the fact that they were concerned over black issues, and they were only concerned over black issues because their lives didn't matter?
It doesn't matter why they voted for him. The fact is they did, and he won, proving that their lives were valuable because they were able to influence a U.S. election. Like, what are they, fucking Russians? They think they can just influence the election any way they want? We know that Russian lives matter, so how do black people's lives, how are they any different?
What I'm saying is that black people's influence over everything, elections, culture, all of it is dependent on their lives not mattering. If their lives mattered, they would have no influence over culture because their story would not reach anyone's hearts. Like, black people guilt the rest of the country into caring about them and seeing them as important. Every single time that we have the album of the year over the last few years from every publication, it's always a black artist writing songs about the black struggle. And the reason for that is that all of us are so sympathetic to the fact that their lives don't matter. So as soon as you take away that power, as soon as you say Black Lives Matter, suddenly they cannot influence culture. They can't elect a president. They can't have best album of
so
best new music
Digi,
from Pitchfork.
If I can provide one example of a black person who influenced culture without bringing up the sorrow of their race, does that mean that black lives do matter? Because I have a big example for you.
I can't imagine a black person who's never ever talked about
not never ever. You said influenced
person.
Culture. Here's somebody who influenced culture in a huge way who happens to be African American. Digi?
Is it George Washington Carver?
Digi, by any chance, do you know the race of the executive of GoFundMe?
Oh, no.
That motherfucker, that black motherfucker, has nothing to do with his race, but he's racist against North Korea and stole my GoFundMe money as a big fuck you, and then he kept it. What's that got to do with the black struggle?
You're saying that his life does matter.
His life matters because it fucked over mine. How bad would you feel if your life got fucked over by somebody who has no life? You'd probably kill yourself.
I mean, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
So shouldn't you be celebrating that this guy...
No, because I lost the fucking $5. I want that $5
you're closer to
back.
suicide?
No, I want that money. That black piece of shit stole my money. I was gonna buy a bike with that $5 to go to North Korea. That black executive pretty much stole my bike.
I'm experiencing some real cognitive dissonance hearing the phrase black executive. It seems like a real oxymoron.
Who do you think runs fucking KFC, dude? Not the
Colonel Sanders.
He's dead as shit, dude. He's fucking dead. They made him into chicken.
I thought they made him an honorable black.
Now that's some cognitive dissonance right there. Honorable black.
Is this the podcast we finally get shot for?
If you get shot by a black person,
people are violent.
If you get shot by a black person,
that's why it's them.
Does their life matter if they shoot you?
Because we've only celebrated Muslims on here. That's why they wouldn't shoot us.
No longer. Never again will I celebrate Muslims now that I'm a Mormon.
Oh yeah, you're really putting yourself at risk there.
What if a black person was a Mormon and they spread the gospel of Jesus Christ? Then they would matter. They could save me and send me to heaven.
Would you have if the Muslims, or not Muslims, if the Jehovah's whatever, the Mormons who showed up at your fucking house had been black, would they have made you think of the Book of Mormon and therefore inspired you? Because the actors in the Book of Mormon are white, so they might not have given you that effect, that saving effect.
Yeah, but in the Book of Mormon, it's about white missionaries who go over to Uganda. So half the cast is black, and that musical had a huge cultural impact on me because it convinced me to become a Mormon when those Mormons showed up at my house.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Banana pudding was invented by black people. You could be eating that if it wasn't. Black Lives Must Matter. They invented banana pudding. Look it up.
I doubt that. I am looking it up.
Bill Cosby invented Jell-O. And rape.
What? He did not invent Jell-O.
He invented pudding pops, Jell-O, and rape, the holy trinity of delicious snacks.
He merely adopted the rape.
Black people didn't invent rape? Can we move on? I don't want to hear you Googling all night.
I wasn't sure if you were going to follow that up with the rest of the line, but...
What line?
I said he merely adopted the rape.
Yeah, I know you're doing Bane.
Yeah. You got it. I was born in it, forged, molded by it.
Yeah, molded by rape.
Yeah,
we should move on. This is one that I actually
That's
prepared for.
That's the name of my grindcore band. Hold on, I gotta find out who invented banana pudding.
God damn it! I don't fucking know.
Southern U.S. cuisine. Oh, that sounds
like a black man. His life matters. He made banana pudding. He did it.
In popular culture, North Carolina rock band Southern Culture on the Skids throws banana pudding, possibly pudding mix, during live shows and have a song Banana Pudding on their Plastic Seat Suite album. That sounds pretty redneck. That isn't... Oh yeah, these guys look...
Black?
There's a bunch of old white people, so...
Okay.
I'm thinking it might be an old white people Southern thing.
Talk about cultural appropriation. Those old white people stole banana pudding from the blacks.
Seems like it's mostly a Georgia thing. Anyway, what's our last debate tonight? Argument.
Here's one that might be a little too relevant. It might hit a little too close to home for you, Digi.
Okay.
How fat is too fat?
Okay. I know the answer to this.
Good luck, because I already know the perfect answer.
Too fat is non-existent.
Okay.
Because the fatter you are, the more likely you are to die.
Okay.
So I'm getting close. Why do you think I'm chugging this banana pudding? I'm trying to get as fat as possible.
You're drinking it?
No, I said chugging.
Yeah, that's a form of drink.
Well, it's pudding. I mean, yes, I'm drinking it. I mean, you don't chew it. That's for sure.
Do you have like a funnel in your mouth with banana pudding being poured in?
Oh, you tell me about it. You tell me. Well,
I think to prove that being fat is a good thing, you should do the rest of this with banana pudding in your mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Perfect.
I kind of want to swallow.
No, keep going. Keep going. This is great. I'm laughing my ass off. This is so funny. Yep.
You told me to do this! You fucking nigger!
Oh, hey, Digi, does my life matter? Does my life matter?
No.
Oh, god damn it! I thought I could get you.
Not because you're black, but because you're a monkey.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Let's not do it. Never mind. So tell me why a 600-pound pathetic guy who eats 13 pepperoni pizzas a day, why it's good to be that fat.
Oh my god, I'd love to be able to eat 13 pepperoni pizzas a day.
Okay.
That would be dream reality.
Sure.
I'm going into a fucking food coma right
Jesus. Now. Okay. You're not even that fat.
I know it's a huge problem for me. I need to be a lot fatter so I can keep talking like Asterios Kokkinos for some reason.
Yep. So your position is there's no such thing as being too fat.
Yeah, you can't be too fat because you got to get fat to die. Okay. And I'm going for I mean, you could have a double bypass. You could just have a straight up heart failure. You could have a carotid artery. I think that's just the name of the artery. I don't think that's a problem with the artery.
Yeah.
You can clog your carotid artery. You can get so fat that you just take one step and your whole body fails.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in the process, like while you're barreling towards death, you get so fat that people just start taking care of you. You don't have to walk anymore. You don't got to do shit. Somebody will probably come by and they think they're keeping you alive, which, idiot. They don't realize that that's, you're basically manipulating them to help you die. So
now, Digi, here's the thing. I did a little bit of research on this, and it turns out everybody is going to die anyway. So my thought process is, if you're going to be alive regardless, why not actually enjoy it before you die? Because if you're just a huge fat fuck with like all these carotid arteries and shit, it sounds pretty painful and miserable, right? Like, I think if we're all going to die regardless, we should at least enjoy life before death. And it sounds like you just want to be on a highway of pain and misery until you die. And that sounds terrible. So I did a lot of thinking about the ideal weight that each person should be, and I came up with, I think, the perfect solution. Now, Digi, what is the biggest problem facing society today?
Gays.
Sexism.
Okay.
Women, throughout all of history, women have never had it harder than they do now in 2017. We've got things like catcalling, body shaming, all these terrible things. But I found a way to solve that problem through weight manipulation. You want to know how fat is too fat? Here's how weight should be separated by gender. All men should be 150 pounds. All women should be 300 pounds. And let me tell you why.
Whoa, holy shit.
Digi.
Is any of this scalable, by the way? Like, all men are 150 even if they're like 7 feet tall?
Yeah, no matter how tall you are. No matter how old you are, too. There's nothing but benefits to this. If every single woman is 300 pounds, nothing but benefits. First of all, you're never going to get catcalled again, because who's going to catcall a 300-pound bitch? That's more like whale calling. That's a different thing. You're going to get whale called. No more catcalling. No more body shaming. A woman can't call you fat or too skinny if you're all 300 pounds. So immediately, no more catcalling, no more body shaming, but it gets better. Because there's new extra benefits that you never would have thought of. Like Digi, these days, women are getting more and more promiscuous than ever. I mean, girls are having unprotected sex at the age of 7 these days. It's ridiculous. So if you're a teenage girl and you accidentally get pregnant and you want to hide it from your parents, you don't even have to do anything anymore. If you're 300 pounds, who's going to fucking know? They won't even know. If a girl's getting dressed and she asks you, oh, does this dress make me look fat? You can just say yes. That's what she wants you to say. It's nothing but benefits. Women will never be happier than if they're all 300 pounds. But then, I thought about this, and it gets even better. Because sexism might be the biggest problem in society, but the second biggest problem is racism. Like those fuckers at GoFundMe, those racist pieces of shit. And the only way you can be racist is if you're white, or if you're the black person running GoFundMe. So here's how this cures racism. If all women are 300 pounds, here's how we get rid of all white people. Digi, do you know what race of people likes 300-pound white women?
Blacks.
It's not the whites. It's not the whites. The blacks, the Asians, the Muslims, they're going to be all over those fucking hippo whales like never before. The little skinny 150-pound white men, they're going to be breeded out because they don't want to fuck these disgusting whales. But those black guys, the bigger the better, baby. They want that BBW. They want those big, beautiful women. White men will be bred out of existence when all women are 300 pounds. And I think that will form a glorious utopia of huge, disgusting, gross, fat women and 150-pound men.
Well, I didn't realize that I stumbled into a seminar by Amy Schumer about the ideal world.
She was on last episode, so I thought she could give me some notes for this one.
Yeah, I thought we kicked her out of the studio, but she came right back and
kicked her out of the studio from that voicemail she left.
Yeah. Kicked her, banned her from. You know what I'm talking about, you motherfucker.
Sure.
I mean, you're painting a hideously ugly picture there.
It's called a utopia. Thank you very much.
I don't even know how to respond. My argument was completely different, so I don't even feel like ours are in direct opposition with each other.
Well, we're kind of going over time.
Vote on whether you think everybody should get fat enough to die, or if you think that men should all be underweight. Well, so wait, how fat is too fat? You never really answered that question.
If you're a man and you're over 150 pounds, you're too fat. If you're a woman and you're under 300 pounds...
Why do all the men have to be skinny for this plan to work exactly? Like, what's...
Because if white men are fat, then they can mate with the fat white women. If a white man is skinny, he wouldn't lower his standards to a fat white woman. This is how we breed white men out of existence.
So are all races of women going to be fat? Otherwise the white men are just going to go fuck other races.
No way. A skinny white man would never fuck any fat person.
Wouldn't a better solution to getting rid of all the white people be to have just the white women get really fat and all the other women have to stay skinny so that men
because we're trying to solve
fuck...
sexism. If there's a skinny black woman or a skinny Asian woman,
sexism.
That's not going to stop catcalling or body shaming. It'll just make it worse for the white women. That's not fair.
I mean, I gotta admit, you've got a complex plan with multiple phases that does cure two of the biggest isms.
The two biggest problems in society, sexism and racism. Fuck you, GoFundMe.
Alright, so what do you want to write on your how fat is too fat poll? Like, what are you gonna have there?
Men should be 150, women should be 300.
Okay. And mine will be nothing is too fat because we all need to die.
Yeah. I think the choice is clear.
Okay. I have no idea where the voting's going to go on that one. We got to do voicemails.
Yeah, we got a couple.
One from What About Things.
Okay.
Let's check it out. You got it ready?
Yeah.
All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
I am your biggest Swedish fan, What About Things, and I am calling in from the Swedish country of Sweden to tell you two posers that you do not know shit about suicide. We here in Sweden are the world champions of the suicide because we have a secret thing called the very dark winter. This makes all the Swedes so depressed that they kill themselves. I think that the best slow motion suicide you two posers can do is to go to Sweden in December and take in the culture. As a bonus, we are suppressed by the communism, so we sometime get help with the dying too. I recommend it. Bye bye.
Did he say they're suppressed by communism?
I think so.
I didn't know Sweden was communist.
I don't even know if that guy was Swedish. Do you think that accent was real?
I have no idea.
It was so over the top that it was either extremely authentic or just completely made up.
If he was going to fake it, though, then he should have gone with Greenland. Are you aware of suicide in Greenland? Have we talked about this?
It sounds like a paradise.
So Greenland is a country where like 1 in 5 people kill themselves or have at least attempted suicide.
Oh my god.
It's for the reasons he said, that their winter is just like a long night and their summers are a long day and people just like go insane. And because suicide, not unlike mass shootings, is the kind of thing where when one happens, it inspires lots of copycats. And so there's such rampant suicide in Greenland that everyone knows someone who's done it. So it's like just a cultural institution to kill yourself. So this is look at Wikipedia suicide in Greenland. It's really interesting.
Oh,
and
You've just
I'm
inspired
definitely
me.
Gonna, if as soon as this show makes enough money, I'm gonna book my first flight out there.
No, we don't need to even wait for that. We can cancel our GoFundMe to go to South Korea, and we can just make a GoFundMe to go to Greenland.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Let's do it.
Let's do a GoFundMe to Greenland, and we'll stay there for like a week and see.
And maybe
if
we'll never
ourselves.
come home.
Yeah, we'll fly in the winter.
If you want Mumkey and Digibro to have a 1 in 5 chance of committing suicide, send us to Greenland. It'll be great.
Great plan.
I like it. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 GoFundMes, one to South Korea and one to Greenland.
Oh, we're just doubling up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. We got a second voicemail here. That's on Bandcamp.
Yeah, this is from the guy who sent in he gave us advice last time about something. I don't remember. But it's the same guy from
Bandcamp last time?
I don't know. It's the same guy from
because
a
I
previous
remember it
episode,
taking a second to load. Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, I really like that you're taking voicemails on this show.
Oh yeah, this guy.
It's not every day that I get an opportunity to talk to the people who inspire me so much. Since watching your videos, I gained the confidence to follow my dreams. My favorite thing to do is swimming at the beach. Looking up at the sky, feeling the grains of sand crunch as they yield to the force of our feet. A line in the ocean shimmering like a crown of diamonds. Nerves well up and explode inside of us as we come to a stop. As we sit down, you lean forward, listening to my voice as the words become more solemn and resolute. The beach is beautiful today, but it's not as beautiful as your cool blue eyes. The warmth and security of a firm embrace flourishes from our bodies as you're pulled in close to my chest. We are but grains of sand, yielding to cosmic desire. In your eyes, I see the ocean, and on your lips, I exchange salty chocolate kisses as we seal the contract of our love by the shore.
We can't have this guy. We can't have this guy keep calling in because he's vastly more talented than either of us.
Was he whispering Digibro at the end of that?
Yeah.
Where's my chocolate kisses, you son of a bitch? Why is it all for Digibro?
That guy's voice is incredible.
It's pretty sexy.
A lot of it's in the audio mixing, and I know how he's achieving that, but his voice is nonetheless great.
Yeah, maybe we can have him as a guest on the show. Call us up. Let us know.
And he can, I don't know if he was playing guitar or if he's a recording artist. Whoever he is, this guy needs his own podcast, obviously.
Even if it was just him, like, reading the phone book or some shit, I'd listen to that. I'd fall asleep to that shit with the soft guitar in the background and, like, the Digibro whispers over all the audio.
What are the odds he's, like, a professional voice actor who's a fan? Who can't reveal his identity because he can't be associated with this show.
Yeah, it's Nolan North. That's who it was. The voice of Deadpool.
Oh, God.
That's who does Deadpool,
and literally
right?
everyone else.
Yeah.
He's the voice of everybody.
Okay.
He's
not the Toonami guy, is he?
No, he's also that's Steve
Bloom.
Yeah, Steve Bloom.
Yeah, he does everybody too.
Yeah. Is that it? That's the end of the show, right? We've got an hour.
Yeah, I'm done.
Completely out of steam.
I don't even like this show anymore.
I've got banana pudding gumming up my whole system.
So, are we doing another bonus episode next week? Oh yeah, we should talk about that. I guess
I guess
I'm gonna have a 5th straw poll.
It feels like we just did the last one. I've been doing so much shit in between these shows that like I feel like they come out one after another.
Well, we should talk about this right here because we aren't sure how to do the next bonus episode because we had a lot of problems with YouTube where a bunch of countries were blocked for some reason.
I think we should use Bandcamp.
Right.
That seems like the obvious answer to me.
So I'm just gonna ask the audience, what do you guys think? Was it easier for it to be here on YouTube? Should it go on Bandcamp? Should it go on both? What's more convenient for all of you? Because I can link it in the description no matter what, but maybe it's easier for them to find it if it's just right here. I don't know.
Yeah. We still keep getting messages from people who can't watch episode 1 because it's not available.
Guys, all you gotta do is there's some proxy website where you can pretend to be from the United States and it's really easy, so just go do that.
I'm surprised that anybody from outside the US doesn't know about how to use proxies. Like, if you're German, that's just, like, you need to. Like, you can't access anything without them, so...
How do they watch Netflix without that shit?
I have no idea if it's possible. So, yeah, learn how to proxy. Jesus Christ.
That's up to you. So, everybody, let us know what we should debate next week, and what we should debate in the bonus episode, and where you want the bonus episode to be available.
Yeah.
Otherwise, fuck my ass and suck my dick. Is that what we're saying?
Suck my dick, fuck my ass.
Yeah, woo! Such an abrupt ending again.
I forgot we had an outro.
Monkey Jones is gonna break your bones. He knows what he's talking about. He got stats, you know. A homegrown stone cold balls out killer and a no doubt thriller living in the back of a distillery.
DigiB going green, thinking about life and shit. He's got a big dick, plenty on his mind to spit. So don't doubt his legitimacy. When you see his post, don't think we share and retweet.
What?